Hey everybody, welcome back. Taking a look at Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back. We have the Ultimate Collector's Edition here. This is the Special Edition. And this is the Not So Special Edition. And this is the 4K release with the Blu-ray and digital code, though I think both of those have been removed. And this is just a Blu-ray. So let's go ahead and take a look at... I'll take a look at this one first. There we go. And flip this over here. I think my head is causing, a bit of a shadow there. And we got the green dot. We are not doing well. Oh well. Discover the conflict between good and evil. The rebels scatter after the Empire attacks their base on the ice planet Hoth. Han Solo and Princess Leia are pursued by Imperials, while Luke trains with Jedi Master Yoda. When Luke battles Darth Vader, he learns the shocking truth of his past. Witness this epic and amazing 4K Ultra HD. And let's see what this one has to say. A bit more to read here. The battle continues. The battle to save the galaxy from the evil galactic empire rages on in this spellbinding sequel to Star Wars. Han Solo, played by Harrison Ford, Princess Leia, played by Carrie Fisher, and Chewbacca, who knows, are tested in a devastating attack by the Imperial forces and its AT-AT walkers. Meanwhile, Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill, seeks out the ancient Yoda to learn the secrets of the Jedi. Secrets Luke will need when the dark side of the Force beckons him in a destiny-defining showdown duel with Darth Vader. An awesome array of special effects, blazing action, and imagination, The Empire Strikes Back, winner of 2 Academy Awards, has been hailed as one of the greatest movie sequels ever made. I'm sure there's quite a few people that argue it's the best movie sequel ever made, but I'm not one of those people. I do think it is one of the greatest movie sequels ever made, for sure. And this has some pretty cool special features. All changes to Empire Strikes Back since 1980. John Williams featurette, interviews with the cast and crew, deleted scenes, bloopers, trailers, cultural impact reviews. Also has an isolated John Williams score and 14 audio commentaries. And I don't think... Let me look at this one. Yeah, it says lost interviews, discoveries from inside, so the matte paintings unveiled. This has some pretty incredible matte paintings. Documentary conversation with the masters, filmmaker interviews, extended deleted scenes, cast and filmmaker audio commentary, cast and crew, archival audio commentary, and much more. So, take a look at the packaging here. Open this up. Don't make a loud noise here. And that's probably pretty loud. And yeah, so we have the 4K disc here and a bonus disc. So I think this was another one I purchased used. Like someone plucked the Blu-ray out, and again, I was buying this primarily. Well, not primarily. I was buying this for the 4K disc, and I have. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, there's no. Is there another disc in here? I was gonna say. I have the trilogy on Blu-ray, anyways. I'm not sure why. I guess as a completionist, but what's a completionist for? Star Wars home releases. I'd have to have a closet full of Empire Strike Back copies, so I'm not into it in that sense, but I guess I just never got rid of the Blu-ray for some reason. And take a look at the inside of this one. A little further away now. Hopefully that wasn't that bad. And what do we got here? So we got this booklet. Lots of great art with this release. Try to get out of here. Take the disc out. There's Luke on Dagobah. There's R2. Things aren't going so well. Put the disc back here. And what do we got here? There's just one sheet here. Cloud City there. It's all the audio options available. Subtitles, chapters, special features. Pretty cool. Go ahead and click this in, put this back. So, for the special editions, I would say this is my favorite of the special editions. Due to the lack of changes, at least compared to New Hope and Return of the Jedi, it probably has a lot of changes, but from a viewing experience, they don't take me out of the movie like some of the changes in A New Hope. There's just way too many creatures going in and out of frame. The Jabba the Hutt scene where he walks on his tail. I know they filmed that with, they're going to have, Jabba wasn't, this slug-like creature originally, and they filmed a scene with this actor and Han walks behind him, and so I know it was like originally filmed, but just, I like the build up to Jabba when he gets to Return of the Jedi, and plus Jabba doesn't look so great in the special edition, and there's more things than that. Return of the Jedi, the ending, I don't like the new celebrations. I really dislike seeing young Anakin. And so with Empire, the change I disliked the most, they actually went back and changed it again. Like, it's near the end of the movie, and Luke, I don't know why I'm talking about like spoiler territory here with Star Wars, but Luke just found out the truth, and as opposed to joining to rule the galaxy, he lets go. And I remember when I saw this in the theater, like Luke, he yells, like, I can't remember if he screams or yells no, but like it doesn't make any sense because he willingly lets go. It's not like he slipped, and I don't know when they did it, maybe with the 4K release, but they got rid of it. Like, they went back to like the silent fall. So kudos to them, I guess, for going back and updating it and realizing, hey, that's kind of lame. But the thing with the 4K release is the grain. It's similar to A New Hope, where this has a lot of noise reduction, and characters just look a little too waxy. A lot of the detail has been scrapped out. It's also extremely dark. I a lot of times people will complain about a movie being too dark, having 4K, HDR, and what have you. I'm not one of those people. I have a home theater room of sorts. There's no daylight at all in my home theater, and even some of the more notorious releases like Heat or Goodfellas, I can see absolutely fine. I don't have any issues with those. This just feels too dark in the sense that the presentation feels like one I haven't seen before, and whether it's authentic or not, I'm not an expert. I really don't know. But going back and watching this one, like this just seems like Black Crush. It feels like that the blacks are crushed out, and it's a disappointing release. It's similar to A New Hope on 4K. It's generally disappointing. So, and even though it has the least amount of changes, at least the ones that bother me, I still end up watching this one because it just looks better. Like I feel like the presentation, even it's just a Blu-ray, it is better than the 4K release. Now the movie itself, this is my favorite of all the Star Wars movies. Like growing up, I absolutely loved Empire Strikes Back. I remember how I felt during that pivotal moment where Luke makes the decision, where he finds out the truth. And I was by myself at the time. I was kind of like looking around the room. I knew I was by myself, but it was still one of those moments like, hey, is anyone else hearing this? And just from going from A New Hope to Empire, it's a besides like the character development, where the story goes. And as a kid, I just like the fact, like, oh, we're on an ice planet now. Like, oh, we were on a desert planet before, but now it's just all like a winter world. Of course it is. And then you're in a cloud city. Then you're on a swamp planet. I mean, as a young boy, this was all very exciting. And there are all these new Star Wars worlds. And Yoda is hilarious in this movie. Like, prior to Yoda telling, well, I can't remember exactly, like he's talking to Ben and Obi-Wan, and Luke's like, oh wait, you're Yoda? And he's like, oh, he's too old and whatever. But when he's kind of like crawling around and clanking on things with his cane and nibbling on Baby Ruth's or whatever, and that will never stop being funny to me. And I love the puppet. It's why when I go back and watch the original trilogy, I understand they want to use the CGI one for a lot of reasons, but I miss the puppet. And them going back into Phantom Menace and updating the puppet to CGI Yoda was really disappointing. I really enjoyed that Phantom Menace puppet, and I don't even know what home release has that. Like, I don't know, maybe like the VHS or the first DVD release, I'm not entirely sure. So, but yeah, this movie, it just delivered, and I watched it last week. Out of all the Star Wars movies, well, I would say pretty much all the Star Wars movies, I could probably just pop in and watch them for the most part. Like, there's some that I really dislike. Rise of Skywalker, I have no interest in watching that. Like, I can't just pop that one in. Like, I get like visibly angry, which is a little embarrassing, but the movie's just not great. And yeah, I would say the rest of them, yeah, I can watch, but this one in particular, regardless of how many times I've seen it, it's a really special movie for me, just from a childhood perspective, and like my memories with the movie and growing up and revisiting it multiple times. And I think part of it, as a kid, not so much, but I just like the romance between Han and Leia, and of course all the new creatures they introduced. Everyone knows about the twist with Vader, and like this movie was just firing on all cylinders. So there's probably a 4K version that you can find online. I haven't actually seen it. I should probably seek it out. But just from let's watch Empire Strikes Back. Now, even though I have this in my collection, the 4K version, I just go back to this version, and it's really too bad because of where this movie is. The filmmaking history and how poor it is to people, that this is a better presentation than what we have here. So, it is what it is, I guess. Anyways, thanks for watching.